It's 1990. The World Wide Web is emerging, soon to transform global communication. The Iron Curtain is falling. Germany is reunifying. And Lech Wałęsa becomes the first democratically elected president of Poland. Michael Jordan breaks records, and Home Alone takes over the box office. On the charts, MC Hammer, Scorpions, Gary Moore, and Depeche Mode are all riding high. But then, a bald Irish singer breaks through with Nothing Compares to You, an emotional ballad that will dominate the charts and capture the hearts of millions. Now, let's explore the story behind this ultimate one-hit wonder. Sinéad O'Connor was born on December 8, 1966, in Dublin as the third of 5 children. Her childhood was marked by pain and suffering. After her parents' divorce, Sinéad primarily lived with her mother. In her 2021 memoir, Rememberings, Sinéad revealed that her mother regularly beat her and forced her to steal, teaching her to steal from the donation tray during Mass and from charity boxes. These experiences deepened the trauma of her home life and left a lasting impact on her future. In 1979, at the age of 13, Sinéad moved in with her father, John, who had recently returned to Ireland after living in the United States, where he had married Margaret Suter. This change in environment brought some relief, but the difficult memories associated with her mother continued to weigh on young Sinéad's psyche. At age 15, Sinéad was sent to the Griannan Training Center in Drumcondra, a correctional facility, for 18 months due to theft she committed as a way to gain attention and cope with her emotional pain. If you misbehaved there, they sent you upstairs to an elderly care ward, where you had to sleep among elderly women groaning in their sleep in the overpowering odor of bodily fluids in complete darkness. For a sensitive 15-year-old, this was a profoundly traumatic experience, leaving an emotional imprint that would affect her for years to come. During her time at the Griannan Center, she was noticed by Paul Byrne, the drummer of the band in Tuanua, who heard her sing Barbra Streisand's Evergreen and brought her to the attention of the band. O'Connor recorded the song, Take My Hand, with them, but at 15 years old, she was considered too young to join the group. However, this marked her first serious venture into music. In 1983, her father sent her to the exclusive Newtown boarding school in Waterford, run by Quakers, where the rules were much less strict than at the correctional facility. There, with the support of her Irish teacher, Joseph Falvey, she recorded her first demo, which included 4 songs, 2 covers and 2 original tracks, which later appeared on her debut album. Sinéad began seeking other musical opportunities. In 1984, after placing an ad in Hot Press magazine, she met Colm Farrelly. Together, they formed the band Tun Tun Macoot, allowing her to grow as an artist. However, on February 10, 1985, her mother Marie died tragically in a car accident. Despite their strained relationship, Sinéad was deeply shaken by the news. After her initial musical experiences at the correctional facility and forming the band Tun Tun Macoot, Sinéad O'Connor continued to develop her talents. With the band, she performed on local stages, gaining experience and attracting attention from the music industry. However, she soon left the band, seeking her own path to musical success. The breakthrough came when O'Connor signed with Ensign Records in 1986, and an experienced manager, Facno Ocala, previously associated with U2, entered her musical life. The next significant step was her collaboration with U2 guitarist The Edge on the song Heroine for the soundtrack of the film Captive. In 1987, she released her debut album The Lion and the Cobra under Chrysalis Records. The album caused a stir and was enthusiastically received by critics, who praised the raw honesty and artistic sensibility of the young Irish woman. O'Connor cited artists such as Bob Dylan, David Bowie, Bob Marley, Susie and the Banshees, and the Pretenders as her main influences that shaped her debut album. The single Mandinka found success on college radio in the United States, and the song Troy became a hit in the UK, Ireland, and the Netherlands, reaching 5th place on the Dutch Top 40 chart. Sinéad made her television debut on Late Night with David Letterman in 1988, where she performed Mandinka. This song also earned her first Grammy nomination for Best Female Rock Vocal Performance. Sinéad was now on the path to her greatest hit, which was soon to shake the music world. The true breakthrough in Sinéad O'Connor's career came in 1990 when she released the single Nothing Compares to You, a song originally written by Prince in 1984 and recorded by his funk band The Family in 1985. It was featured on her second album, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got, which quickly became a global bestseller. Although the song was less known before, in Sinéad's rendition, it became a worldwide hit. The core of the song lies in the absolute incomparability of anyone else to a loved one. The titular phrase, "Nothing compares to you," expresses the ultimate sense that no other relationship or experience will bring the same happiness and fulfillment. This makes the lyrics incredibly universal, capturing both personal tragedy and a feeling familiar to anyone who has experienced loss. At the same time, despite its overwhelming sadness, the lyrics leave room for reflection on the power of love and its lasting impact on a person's life. Nothing Compares to You sold millions of copies worldwide. O'Connor's version, filled with raw emotion and unique expression, moved millions of listeners. The single reached #1 on the charts in over 20 countries, including the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and Germany. In the US, it topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 4 weeks, and on the UK singles chart, it held the #1 spot for 5 weeks. In just a few months, over 6 million copies of the single were sold worldwide. The album I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got sold an impressive 7 million copies, cementing O'Connor's status as one of the most important artists of the decade. The album garnered numerous nominations and awards, including a Grammy for Best Alternative Music Performance and 3 other Grammy nominations. However, the artist boycotted the ceremony and refused the award, expressing her opposition to the commercialization of the music industry and criticizing the Grammy organization for its focus on commercial success rather than the art itself. As a result of the album and single's massive success, O'Connor began performing at major music festivals worldwide, such as Glastonbury and the Montreux Jazz Festival. She also had the opportunity to collaborate with many renowned artists, including Peter Gabriel, Chris Christopherson, Simple Minds, Bono, and former Pink Floyd member Roger Waters, as one of the guest performers during a special concert at the Wall in Berlin on July 21, 1990. Sinéad, known for her distinctive image, her shaved head and intense gaze, became a symbol of female strength and independence in music. Her interpretation of Nothing Compares to You was so personal and authentic that many listeners believed the song was her own creation. The music video for Nothing Compares to You is one of the most memorable works in music history. Directed by British filmmaker John Mayberry, the video was simple, yet incredibly emotional, with its power lying in minimalism. It mainly consisted of a single, static shot of Sinéad O'Connor's face against a black background, emphasizing the raw emotion of the song. The remaining shots of her walking were filmed in Parc de Saint-Cloud in Paris. The most iconic moment of the video is the scene where tears stream down O'Connor's face. This was an incredibly genuine moment. Sinéad was truly crying during the recording, thinking about her late mother. This moment became a symbol of the emotional depth carried by the song, and Sinéad's face, with her shaved head and intense gaze, was forever etched into pop culture. The simplicity of the video stood in stark contrast to the prevailing trends of the time, where music videos were often filled with special effects and complex narratives. It was this very minimalism that made the video stand out and gained such immense popularity. The Nothing Compares to You music video won the MTV Video Music Award for Video of the Year and has been featured on numerous lists of the greatest music videos of all time, including in Rolling Stone and Billboard magazines. After the immense success of Nothing Compares to You and the album I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got, Sinéad O'Connor became one of the most important figures in the music world. However, her later career was marked by controversies that often overshadowed her artistic achievements. One of the most significant moments was her decision to tear up a photo of Pope John Paul II during a performance on Saturday Night Live in 1992. While singing Bob Marley's song War, Sinéad tore the photo as a protest against child abuse in the Catholic Church. This act sparked an international scandal and led many fans and critics to turn away from her. Radio and television stations boycotted her music, and she faced years of ostracism within the music industry. Despite this, O'Connor continued her career, releasing subsequent albums such as Universal Mother, 1994, and Faith and Courage, 2000. Though these albums did not replicate the commercial success of her earlier works, they still garnered appreciation from her loyal fans. Sinéad was unafraid to address difficult topics in her lyrics and openly spoke about her personal struggles, including her battles with depression, mental health, and religious identity. In her personal life, Sinéad O'Connor faced many challenges. She married 4 times and had 4 children, including her son Shane, who tragically took his own life in 2022 at the age of 17. His death was a devastating blow to Sinéad, and she publicly expressed her grief and pain. She was candid about her struggles with depression and mental health issues. O'Connor also went through multiple religious conversions, identifying as a Christian, a Rastafarian, and in 2018, she embraced Islam and adopted the name Shahada Sadakat. Despite these changes, she always returned to music, continuing to release albums and perform on stage. On the morning of July 26, 2023, Sinéad was found unresponsive in her London apartment. She was pronounced dead upon the arrival of authorities. Her death was confirmed as having occurred on July 26th. The private funeral took place on August 8th in Bray, County Wicklow, with the participation of the President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins. O'Connor's family invited the public to pay their respects along the Bray Promenade, where the funeral procession passed by, joined by thousands of fans from around the world. The procession then proceeded to a strictly private burial ceremony at Dean's Grange Cemetery. O'Connor's music had a profound influence on artists from various generations. Singers like Tori Amos, Alanis Morissette, Fiona Apple, and even contemporary stars like Lorde and Billie Eilish point to her as an inspiration. With her courage to tackle difficult topics and emotional honesty, Sinéad opened doors for many women in music, allowing them to express their feelings and beliefs without compromise. Despite the controversies that followed her career and the personal challenges she faced, Sinéad O'Connor remains an icon, a symbol of independence and female strength in music. Though her career had its ups and downs, Nothing Compares to You solidified her legacy, ensuring that she remains one of the most memorable one-hit wonders of all time. Thanks for watching. If you have a personal experience with this song that you'd like to share, please leave it in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to check out my other videos discussing iconic music moments.